Last and see. How long could you survive at sea? 1 day, two, and when could you start to last hope? When Robert had come to the surface, he realized right away that something was wrong. He'd been diving for sea urchins and crashed off the coast of New Zealand with a friend, and had decided to make the 200-meter swim but to shoot along. But stayed strong on water currents had taken him more than a kilometer out to sea. Lying on his back in the middle of the ocean, Robert told himself not to panic. He was a strong swimmer and he was wearing his dead wetsuit. I am not going to die. Someone will come. He told himself for 3 hours passed and still no hand had come for him. Robin Hood should have to make a tough decision. He was now a long way from the coast, and the tide was taking high further out. But he decided not to try to swim for sure. He felt it was better to save his energy and hold on to his brightly colored equipment. But the decision was not an easy one. I just closed my eyes and said, "You've made the right decisions. You've made the right decisions." Until that, all I heard the remembers. As night approached, Robert established a bait to help him survive in the water. To stay warm, he kept hands moving and took short naps of less than a minute at a time. Every few hours, they called out to his loved ones, just yelling out the name Hold, pick up, and I would keep going of the next hour and the next hour and the next. When he woke up the next morning, he could believe he was still alive. Using his bright equipment, he tried to signal to planes that fear ever but at stage plane underway. His spirit drooped. He managed to drink rainwater that they collect in his mask to keep himself alive. But as they turned to night again, he started to imagine things. Robin woke up on the tired day to beautiful blue sky. Now 7 kilometers of the coast, Robert decided he had to swim for it. but the sun was so strong and Robin quickly ran out of strike. Hope turned to disappointment yet again. I feel disappointed in myself. I thought I was a loader fighter. I strong I would be able to do it. Robert then stared to think he might not survive. On the fourth day, the lack of food and the weather was really starting to affect him. Health conditions and with strange visions going through his head. He thought he saw a boat coming toward him with for his friend on board. Another visions, surely, but not. They put me in the boat and I said something like, "Oh, was it going? What are the guys doing here?" Then he asked the 10 questions that he'd asked in his visions. Can I have some water? As they hunted his the water and the felt it touched his lips. He knew this was not a vision. He'd been found after 4 days and 3 nights alone at sea. Robert had been found sunburned, hungry and exhausted but alive.